this is the
Yeah.
best experience. And you
Yeah.
haven't seen us in 2 weeks, or basically 2 weeks. And it's because Nick has had surgery. We'll get into those
Again.
updates. But before we get in today's episode, we always like to welcome our new members. We have a set
Yeah.
of new members that came in for free.
Mm-hmm.
Benjamin Heller, Tiny Beast, Lang N, Raven, and this one right here is Want Tong
One
Kai,
time
I'm
Kai.
assuming. Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for joining our Patreon as a free member. You get access to, some of our content that we put out. You get a notification and all that good stuff. And you also get access to some of the things that we put out there for our Patreon members. And for those who join our paid version, you actually get access to this live stream. So when it
And
comes out is
questions.
when you get to watch it. And questions. You get to
And
ask
and
Nick a
ask questions.
question. Exactly. So, Nick, let's go into the update.
Yeah.
That's the biggest question everyone has. For everyone knows, Nick got an infection in his right hip after the double hip surgery.
Yeah.
It's been a little rougher than what we anticipated, and plus, a lot going on at one time.
Yeah. That's a pretty nice way to put it. A
Yeah.
little rougher. It's definitely been challenging. But so basically, the double hip surgery was successful. It worked, but unfortunately, the right one did get an infection and had bacteria in it, and wouldn't stop draining, even at week 6. So I had gone on a Friday before, which was, I think, June 19th, and saw the doctor, and he's like, "Look, Monday, go check into the ER, and we're going to do emergency surgery on Tuesday, and then we'll hold you there until we find out what the bacteria is and develop an antibiotics plan." As you can see, I have my
Yep.
my port or in me. So it took them probably till the following Monday to figure out get the PICC line put in, and then send me on my way on Monday. So I've been home for a few days now, and it's good to be home, but it's nothing like starting back to almost ground zero after going through 6 weeks of it already. But everything's about attitude. You just keep your attitude. This is the new normal. This is where I'm going to build the new normal from, and I'm just going to work from there. And that's what I've been doing. I still the right leg basically feels like I took a hit from a football helmet right in the middle of the thigh, and it's very difficult to move and stand and everything else. But I've gotten down to where I can kind of do everything for myself. And some of it's great effort, and I'm still getting tired a little bit. Fairly easy, but that'll all change because, like, before we went into this, even with the infection, I was starting to get energetic and I was starting to move around and do stuff all over the place. So I just know I have to be patient and keep going through this methodically, and everything's going to be okay. They did repair. They opened it up. They cleaned it out. They left little beads of antibiotics in there. They changed the ball and the plastic because both of those can be places for bacteria to hide. So they just decided to pull them both out. So technically, I got another new hip in my right hip. So that's kind of cool, I guess. I know what it's going to be like if I ever wear these out, which I probably more than likely will. So I can kind of know what that's going to be like at the same time. So I'll just treat it as an overall learning experience. But they took those out, they replaced them, they cleaned it all out, they flushed it all out, they sewed it all back up. But this time he sewed it up instead of using staples, and the thing's doing great so far. It really has. It's been awesome. There's no drainage, there's no leakage, there's no nothing. It's not red. It looks the way it's supposed to look. And then SISU, which is a company here that does home antibiotics, and they come and teach you how to use your PICC lines and stuff like that. They came in and taught me how to do that. So I have to do that once a day till August 4th. And then I should be done with that. And then I'll take oral antibiotics again for another 6 months just to guarantee it's gone, because with this, there's no wiggle room with this. It's either they have to pull everything apart, put something in its place, and then I have to sit there for probably 4 to 6 months to clear it all out, lose the leg, or not be around. So all those are bad options. So we're going to do it this way to make
Yeah.
sure there's not going to be a problem. And like I said, it's feeling way better. I feel better. Uh, yeah, so it's coming along. The rehab's going as good as it can be expected. I'm actually moving even better than I was before the last time I got out with the legs. So that's going with both the legs. So that's going good. Um, I just have to keep going through my physical therapy, my exercises and stuff like that, and I'll be fine. Then get back to
Yeah.
squatting
That's it.
and lifting
Little at a
heavy.
time, little at a time. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
that's how we've been approaching this. Every time something
yeah,
happens, it's, hey, let's get over this hump, take the next step, because
yeah,
as long as you're moving,
yeah.
things will get better.
And I mean, I've dropped to 270 pounds, which that's fine.
Yeah.
Not real worried about it. Haven't been able to touch a weight in 8 weeks now, but it's
Mhm.
fine. I'm going to be able to go back to it. I'm going to be able to do it. I'm not going to lose all my size. I'll lose some of it, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's just knowing it's going to happen and not letting it mess with your brain. It's just like, all right, well, this is a purpose. This is actually going to give the rest of my body a nice rest.
Mhm.
My right shoulder was just bugging the heck out of me before this. It is no longer bothering me at all. So it's good. Some of my other parts of my body are catching up, and then I'll
Mhm.
get back to training. I'll develop a program and just go through the program each stage. There's going to be stuff where I get back to training, and there's just going to be just get back into lifting shape. And I expect that to take 12 weeks. And then from lifting shape, then it's like start working on getting strong. And I'll go through probably at least 12-week training cycles to
Yeah.
start building my strength back up going through this. So it's just knowing this and going, and
Yeah.
setting the schedules and going through it. And about probably 8 months from now, I'll probably be right in the neighborhood of where I was when I went in for the hip replacements. And that's
That's
the
good.
end goal. So
That's good. That's good.
yeah,
Well, I think that's a pretty good update, letting
yeah,
everybody know, you know what I'm saying? Because, we get tons of messages. Everyone's wishing you well.
I
And
know.
it's
Thank
like,
you. I
hey,
appreciate
well,
that. I
hey,
appreciate that so much.
exactly. Exactly.
And
You know
then
what I'm
your
saying?
help, you came out here and helped me. So thank you.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Came and sat in the
that's what
hospital
you
with me
do
the
for
whole
you.
time.
That's, yeah. Yeah. It's never fun. It's never
No,
fun. But guess what? We can help. If we can help make the time pass better and faster, you know what I'm saying? It's what we can do.
yeah. So thank you.
Exactly. No, you're welcome, my brother. And let's get into a little bit of strongman news.
All right.
Strongman Classic 2026
That's
is
coming up
happening
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we have the list of athletes
I think it's
and
like,
events.
yeah, I think it starts at like 9 a.m. Pacific time. So just know it's going to start
Yeah,
at 9 a.m. in the Pacific. And so wherever your time zone is, you can adjust accordingly from there. But
exactly. There's a live stream link. Everything. We'll put stuff in the notes
mhm.
for the episode, and we'll also put up a little post for it too. So we put our brand awareness out there for it. So
Yeah. But the
you
lineup
know,
for the thing is like obnoxious. It
oh yeah,
really,
oh yeah, yeah. You got a list of killers in here.
well, you might as well have most of the world's strongest men finals. I can definitely
Exactly.
say that. I mean, you
Hmm.
got Mitchell Hooper, who's now a 2 times world's strongest man. Reno
Yep.
Now, who's uh, a 1 time world's strongest man, who just got
Yep.
second by very few
2025.
points.
Very
Um,
few points.
that was a great. You got Martin Lisix, who was the world's strongest man in 2019. You have oh man, Evan Singleton. I'm doing good today. Uh, who has won this particular show um, before? I think he was champion last year, so he's returning,
Yeah.
trying to keep it.
Yep.
Uh, Fajutu is coming back. He's Europe's strongest man, and he's going to be a lot to
Yep.
deal with. That guy is good all the way around. He's pretty solid.
Yes.
Pablo
Strong.
Cardiaca, yeah,
Oh. Yeah.
Pablo Cardiaca, who's good at everything.
Yep.
I think the only event he'll suffer points in is the deadlift. So, I mean, other than that, there's not a whole lot that'll throw him back.
Yep.
You got Matthew Ragg, who's going to be solid at pretty much everything.
Yep.
Uh, Adam Bishop, who's 2 times Britain's strongest man, is a heck of a competitor. Andrew Flynn, who's UK's strongest man in 2025 and is a hell of a competitor. And then Nick Gordione, who's going to be was a world's strongest man finalist this year. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then Josh Pataka.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, this
Did
is
we mention
it's.
Patty Hayes too?
I didn't see him in here.
Oh, it's on the
Oh
list.
yeah,
It's
Patty
right.
Hayes is in
Yeah.
here. Sorry, Patty Hayes,
It's
in
all
the
right.
strongest man. Yeah, it's like going to be murder's row basically
Yeah.
as far
Exactly.
as the contest
Everyone's
goes.
there's no walk in the park. There's just not a walk in the park.
No, and whoever's the most consistent on these
Yeah.
again is probably going to be right up there. So I mean, um, deadlift wise, you got a few guys that aren't the greatest at the deadlift, but they'll like Pablo and Nick Gordione. Um, they'll give up some points in that, but the rest of it, oof, it's going to be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, the axle deadlift for reps is going to be very interesting because my guess is they'll probably do the one that's 800
Yeah.
to get some reps out of it. So depending on when people go, will give you the strategy. I know if Mitchell Hooper has to go last, if Mitchell's in shape and he took this seriously, but he did just move to Las Vegas over
Yeah.
the last couple of weeks and has been going pretty crazy. So I would expect him to be Mitchell Hooper, but maybe not quite ready for this show just yet because moving and
Yeah.
doing all that stuff with
Stress,
their
all
family
that.
and stress and
Oh yeah.
traveling
Traveling. Oh
will take it out of you a little bit. But you never can keep that guy can train anywhere. So
yeah.
I would definitely say him on the deadlift is going to be rough. Evan Singleton on the deadlift is going to be rough. Martins on the deadlift for reps is going to be brutal. That's going to be whoever does what. You're going to hit you're going to have guys that should win get fourth or fifth in this event.
That's it.
Or you're going to have probably more than likely a couple ties. I don't know how they're going to do that with the points,
Yeah.
but
For real.
that
For
guy that
real.
goes last, that's in that top echelon of guys. So if Mitchell Hooper goes last, and you got 3 guys that have done 9 reps, you'd be damn sure he'll get 10.
Yep.
So it'll be kind of interesting to watch. Conan's wheel, that's going to be all who's willing to suffer and who can not black out under
Yes.
extreme loads. Um, you always got to know Mitchell's going to get that. Martins has traditionally done very well at that event. Pavlo Kordiaka is like unbelievable at it.
Yeah.
Bishop's not too bad at it either. So Flynn, Gordione. So I mean, it's going to be hard to just kind of go where these guys at right now. This is
Exactly.
actually going to be a really fun one to watch because you're going to actually have to watch the first at least 2 or 3. You start going, okay, he's in shape and he's not.
Exactly.
It's going to be fun to watch. But the place in there, that Conan wheel is going to be pretty heavy. So
Yeah.
I would expect, if guys get between 3 and 4 revolutions on that, that's probably going to be a lot for that if they weighted it right.
Exactly.
Then they have the circus press medley, which would be similar to the one at Worlds, where they got dumbbells and I think barbells.
Yeah.
So, but it's going to be heavier. So that's going to be fun to watch. But I see, the good overhead pressers and the guys that are good with dumbbells. I think Evan's going to do great at this event. Kordiaka is going to do good at this event. Again, Mitchell Hooper. That's what I mean. All these events are really strong for almost all these guys.
Yep.
So it's going to be not making little mistakes. It's going to have a coach that not only knows how to tell you how to lift weights and how to train and get ready, but knows how to compete. And the little secrets that there are that you look at it, you tell somebody, oh, they ain't going to help me anymore. And it makes 1 rep's difference.
Yep. Makes
And
time difference.
most of these coaches don't know that, so it's good. Um, but because they don't know how to compete, they've never been on the battlefield themselves,
Yeah.
um, and they can't read it in a book because most of the guys that are that good aren't going to tell you. So you can put it in a book and use it for your people.
Yep.
Um, yeah, so there's that. Or sit there and listen to you while you're telling somebody what to do, so you can go tell their guy.
Mm,
There's one coach with bushy hair that's very famous for that.
yeah.
Um, yeah, so there's that. Uh, the Webster Stones. Well, I'm just gonna have to say Mitchell Hooper probably do pretty darn good at that one.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at those stone walks, and then that's going to be whoever can move the smoothest with the least wobble and get a good walk going with that. And a lot of these guys, none of these guys really have bad grips either. So I mean, this is going to be brutal. Martins has got a good grip. Reno Nall's going to be good at this. Reno Nall's going to be good at all these events so far. I
Yeah.
mean, look at he won the first 3 events in the finals at Worlds.
Yep.
He just had 2 events he didn't do as good in. Not doing as good was like a 4th and a 5th.
Yeah.
So, and that's all it takes at this level. It really does. So it's going to be fun to watch. And it's going to come down to castle stones after that,
Yeah.
and who can move to
That's
those
it.
castle stones fast, and who can uh, who can not make mistakes, and who can get the tacky that is the best fitting for that event. And I mean, hopefully the guys are smart this time, and they tacky their belly, they put their shirt on, they tacky the shirt, and then they
Mm,
either tie off the shirt in the back and use tape to hold that thing down tight so it doesn't move, or use a belt or whatever. I liked using a belt because you can also flip up the stone with that.
yeah.
It's just an aid to make it easier. And at that level, making things a little bit easier is making things faster, and that's what's going to need. But I figure this all the way through because all these guys, all these guys are good at stones. Martins is great at stones. Evan's good at stone. They're all good at stones.
Yeah.
Matthew Ragg, Adam, Andrew Flynn, even Nick Gordione. They're all good at stones. So
Exactly.
it's going to be where you place your feet, who can get moving the fastest, who can get to it, who can
Mm,
grab and go and not make mistakes. The guys that go out and have tacky on their hands on the last 2 or even 3 stones to put their hands right where they're going to go on those 2 stones, so they just don't even have to re-tack when they go to grab the last one. They just grab and pull.
yep.
Um, those things are going to make a pretty big difference. So
But that's how it goes. You know
that's
what I'm
how it
saying?
goes.
And
So it's
we
good.
got a very big
It's
show
going to be
coming
a
up.
fun one to
So
watch, but I would definitely put Hooper. Oh my gosh, this is going to be rough. So unless somebody gets hurt or anything goes wrong, I'm going to
yeah.
say Hooper, Reno, Martins, and Evan are going to be your top, probably more than likely your top 4. I'm not
I
going to.
can agree with that statement. I can definitely agree with that statement because, like I said, and that's in no particular order. Because,
Yeah.
like I said, each one of these guys are insane. Their strength, their agility, their movement,
Mm-hmm.
and here's the thing too: is like this is what an athlete looks like in the strength world,
Oh yeah.
and these are the top guys that we have right here.
I think Andre can get in there as well. I mean,
Yeah,
he can come up from
yeah,
in there. Patty, Patty's a great athlete.
yep,
So he's a little bit lighter, but he's a great athlete. So Adam can get right up there too. But it's going to be tight all the way through. It's going to be fun to
yeah.
watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Like I said,
So
tomorrow's show is going to be a great show, and like I
yeah,
said, we'll put the links in the notes. So you guys, if you guys choose to want to watch, check out the live stream from where you're at. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? You guys can.
yeah,
And like I said, this is our prediction. And then even too, with next Wednesday, we're going to cover what happened, how it
yeah,
happened, the
yeah.
scores, all that stuff, so that we can give you guys an update on that too. So
Well, then
just keep an eye out for
after
that.
Worlds, I think Evans got the probably the biggest chip on his shoulder and the biggest point to
I
prove
agree.
because he was
I
not happy
agree.
with his performance at Worlds.
No.
The problem is with Evan, usually when he's coming full blast, he makes mistakes. So can he just stay calm and go
Yep.
through each event one by one and attack
Yep.
each event one by one?
Exactly.
Um, and still keep his head on his shoulders. And if something goes bad, develop a very quick short memory,
Yes.
because he needs to develop that ability, because
Yep.
there's so many contests that he's still in and things can still go good, and he has
Yep.
that bad event and he starts falling apart a little bit. He needs to work on the mental strength of that and get over it.
Yeah.
He really does, because he's so talented and can do so much. But until he fixes that, he's going to reach up there like the strongest man on earth.
Yeah.
He came there and he laid it down.
Yep.
And he did it all right. The little things that went bad, he just let it go.
Yep.
He's got to do that here. And could he beat everybody there? Yeah, I think he's stronger than just about everybody there. And then Martins is the vet. Martins knows every event. He knows what's going on. He's been around this since he was a young teenager and getting to hang out with Ode and stuff like that. So I think Martins can sneak in there, and he could end up winning the whole thing too. I mean,
well, Martins is the more veteran of this four that we're talking about, and
oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying. He knows how to pace himself.
Yep.
He knows how to play the points game.
Yep.
He knows how to line himself in there. So, that gives him the largest advantage. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Hooper's just on a cerebral level where he understands the game. He knows how to put in the points. He knows how to ride it right in there. So you got two people in there that, have a different outlook of the game in this lineup. You know what I'm saying? And Rhino is just a freak. You know what I'm saying? So that's his edge right there. He the most coolest, calmest person that you can talk to. He walks in like nothing's really going on. Every day, this is an everyday thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's a huge advantage right there in itself.
Yeah, but I think Evan's going to be ready for this. I think Reno wins it. I think Evan gets second, and I think, to be honest with you, Hooper gets third, even though I'd never like to doubt that guy, because I still think he'll win it, to be quite honest with you. But I just know he's been busy the last few months, and this isn't the most serious thing for him. He's reigning world's strongest man. He knows he's going back next year. So
exactly.
So, but that was just my quick. I think Martins ends up fourth. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
And we'll see. And come back next Wednesday, and we'll discuss what we think and what we saw, and if we were right.
Yeah, true. Very true. We could have got it all wrong.
Very true. That's
it's possible. Doubtful.
All
possible.
Right. Very, very. And we're gonna do this one short because Nick's still recovering. He's still. We wanted to make sure we gave you guys an update and then gave you a little bit of strongman news. So
he could see me waving back and forth, wiggling back and forth, kind of.
Exactly. That's why I was like, let's not push it too much, because we want you to recover and heal, and we're wishing you all the best. Thanks, you know what I'm saying, to get there.
All right, everybody. Well, if you like this, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, train hard, train smart, and be the best you can be. Thank you.